Hey traders, this is William, and today I have a red day recap. And to be honest with you, this is the best red day I've had in a very long time because I really didn't do anything super stupid. I didn't do a single thing that I'm going to look back on and completely regret. I treated each trade as independent. I was wrong on 2 trades. I was right on 1 trade, and I was so close. Oh, so close. You'll see it. So this is honestly, I feel great. I can remember. After today, I remembered every trade I took, why I took it. I could picture the chart. It wasn't a fog. It wasn't an anxiety. There was no memory of just me being anxious. It was just calm. Now, I am still only using the 5, the 15, the 60, and the daily temporarily. I'm not using the 1 and 2, so you're not going to see them on this recap. But I'm feeling amazing. It was my best red day in honestly 6 months in terms of I only lost 1 hour and I feel amazing. In no way did this red day affect me in any way, shape, or form after I left my computer. And to be honest, I haven't had that feeling in over 6 months. This was the first time in 6 months, and it's amazing. It's truly amazing. So, to one YouTube commenter from my last video, this is Ahmad, and you know what? This is a good comment. He's actually being nice, but he's just making a joke, and I'm completely understand. Not everyone likes to share red day recaps, including myself, for many different reasons. So here it is. He writes, I will see how it goes with you a week and make sure to post even the losers. So here is my loser for you and everyone else. All right, so let's get into this now. 3 trades. We're going to go, this is very simple. These setups are clear. I don't need to overanalyze this because it's so crystal clear. Roku, we know it was in play. We know it had a big run up for a big opening range, okay? There was a big pull. The daily looked very strong also. Let me zoom out a little bit on the daily. You see, it was above these moving averages. It was above these level. It gapped up yesterday. It made a big move. It made another teeny gap up today. We know people were looking at it. If we look in on the 5-minute chart, this is what I saw. Pull, flag. So simple. On a strong daily. And look at the 60-minute chart. No resistance, okay? And look on the 15-minute chart. Huge pull. Giant pull here. After I get in, wait for the pullback. Wait for another inside candle. Okay? I didn't see what was happening on the 1 and the 2. As soon as this broke, I had an order in for the break of this and the low of this. And honestly, I put it 1 cent above the low because I didn't want to lose on slippage. And I was like, if it's going to go back there, I'm done anyways. Breaks this, enter. Breaks this and makes a 20-cent move up, and I thought I was golden. This is a play I am extremely happy with. Okay? I see this all the time. Flag, inside candle, wait for the pullback, have this entry right there. Other people agreed with me and they shot it up. It just found resistance. Okay? And it went back down. Get stopped out. No slippage whatsoever. 1R loser. I am 100% fine with that trade. I would take it again. Even when I look back on it, yes, this is a big move, but this is a pretty valid setup. From 18.25 to 21.25, that's $3. I get it. I'm not going to lie. I know that could be overextended, but I just saw this daily and no resistance that today is a day. If this daily was different, or if there was overhead resistance, I wouldn't have made this trade. But because there was empty space, harmonious chart, 15 bullish, 60-minute bullish, like look at this 60-minute chart over here, right? Look at that, runs up, right? It could have done the same thing today. It's just, I think it's just a little overextended and it found resistance. All right, next trade, AMTD. This is the trade I don't like the most, but I still have no problem with it, to be honest. Okay? I see another flag above VWAP on a harmonious chart. This 60-minute looked incredibly bullish. After it broke by just a teeny bit, it came back up. The 15-minute was honestly choppy. This didn't have a good indicator. And on the daily, check this out. This is why I was interested in it. We know the news on AMTD. I am not ignoring the news. This was a W bottom with the gap up above the daily level resistance, and I thought it had a chance to run right when I got in. Now, my error was I didn't have empty resistance. In the pre-market, look at this, like once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, 7 times, 8 times. So this bull flag, right, would have been a million times better if it was over this pre-market high. All of the people that were short and put their stops above this would have been gone and out of the way. I went for this bull flag above a lot of the indicators that we look at all the time, but straight into clear resistance as I look back. Wasn't a fantastic trade. I managed it perfectly though. And again, I'm not going to make perfect setup trades every time. This was like a C plus or a B minus. I wouldn't take it again, but I'm not killing myself at all for this one. And so because I didn't get stopped out in like a second, it was like a 5-minute stop out or so. Again, I had no FOMO. I just set my stop, I set my targets, and I let it go. You know, not my best trade ever, but not my worst either. QGen. Now this one, you're gonna feel me on this one. This is a tough one to swallow. I read this perfectly. Okay. Big gap down, but look at this gap up, okay? I saw this on the 5-minute, okay? Look at this. Nice hammer there. It's going up, it's going up. No new 5-minute low. First 5-minute low. Now we have this inverted hammer right here, okay? Now check this out, traders. This is a tricky one, and I love it. Shooting star 15-minute. This candle right here closes this candle 15-minute. Giant volume, doesn't break and hold, and then starting to move up. Why in the heck does this not break down after this volume and this inverted hammer? And I've seen this a million times. This looks weak. It's weak. But if it doesn't break and it's in some sort of interesting chart on a higher time frame, all of a sudden when it started to move up, I'm like, oh my goodness, I've seen this way too many times. It's holding. If it would have broke, it should have broke. It didn't. So I get filled at 27.08, put my stop at 26.98 for a 10-cent risk. And I set my stop and I ignore it. Okay? And once, imagine this, if you're a 15-minute trader or a trader, where are you going to put your stop if you want to short for any reason? This is a pretty smart place. I mean, not smart. This is a pretty obvious place to put your stop. And once this breaks, it's done. It's done. I know it's done. And then I get out at 28 for a 2-to-1, 50%, and I'm feeling great. And I don't think I was greedy. I put my next stop for 50% all out at 27.48, which was a 4-to-1. And when I look at this chart, I don't see any resistance in my way. Okay? There was no moving average right in its way either. Right? This was swooping down, but it was still far away. On the 15, there was nothing. I had empty space. There was nothing close by. Okay? So then I'm going, and I actually left my house at around here, somewhere maybe in this time. I put in a range order. I put my range order in for 27.11 and the target of 27.47. Okay, that was my range. So basically it was going to get all out at 27.47 for a 4-to-1 on my final 50%, or stop me out. It wasn't break even. It was a level that I had at 27.11 that coincided with break even, but it wasn't strictly because break even. And look what happened. Let me just go to the 15-minute chart so you can see this. Did it hit my target of 27.47? Yep. Did it stop me out before them? Yep. My stop out, check this out. My sell stop was 27.11. I had 2 cents of slippage, whatever, that's fine. At 27.09. And the low, I'll show you on the 15-minute chart. The low, if you look down right here, Look at that. Look at that. The low is 27.09. My stop fill was 27.09. Let's look at this candle right here also. Low 27.09. I low ticked. I bottom ticked my stop out. But hey, I wasn't even looking at my computer. I didn't get emotional about it. I didn't care. I didn't know how I got stopped out. It could have dumped for all I know. All I know is that I set my risk, I set my reward, and I let it play out. And this was a good read. This was a fantastic read. Okay, so I had 2 losers, both at 1R. I had 1 winner at 50% of 2R. 50% of my shares at 2R, so that was 1R. And then I had my final 50% at 4Rs, which would have been a 2R winner. And so overall, I'm still trying to figure out how to only use the 5 and not look down at the 1 and the 2. So this was a losing day for sure. But again, I hope you all understand this was my best losing day in so long. And I feel great. I feel confident. I didn't break any rules. I made 2 smart trades that I'm happy with. 1 trade that wasn't the smartest but didn't do anything stupid. That's what I'm going to do tomorrow. That's what I'm going to do Monday. I'm not going to lose from revenge trading. I'm not going to lose from emotional trading. I'm not going to lose from blowing up anymore. I'm not going to lose from hulking out. I'm not going to lose from being stupid anymore. Those are not going to be my losses. I'm going to lose because I might not take the smartest setup or because a really smart setup just doesn't work out. And I'm going to accept my losses and move on to the next trade. And getting rid of the 1 and 2 is helping me enormously stick to that plan. And once I feel very confident with that, I'm going to add them back so I can get much better nuanced, much clearer indicators on the lower time frames while I have the bigger picture of the higher time frames. So if you have any questions or comments or anything like that, please comment below. And thank you all so much.